Along I-49 in Springdale, some high puffy, I don't know what kind of clouds those are, but they're nice looking, Matt. We do have a slight chance of rain over the weekend, though.
We do. Those are the clouds you kind of look at and think, is that a turtle? Or is that, you know what I mean? The puffy cumulus clouds. Beautiful afternoon, Darren. I hope you have a chance to enjoy it out there this evening. No matter what your plans are, we're dry, we're looking good. Now, once the sun goes down, it will feel a bit chilly. We don't have as much of the humidity in the atmosphere thanks to the cold front that passed on through with some of the scattered storm chances that we had yesterday afternoon and evening. Well, we're watching our next storm system sitting off towards the west. It's going to give us a couple extra clouds, more so than we thought going into this weekend, and an isolated shower is possible, especially in the River Valley, Saturday evening and also Sunday evening. But the majority of the weekend should still be dry, especially the daylight hours. Let's talk about your forecast this evening, though. We're in the 60s in northwest Arkansas. We'll fall to the 50s by about 8 o'clock. So it's going to be one of our cooler evenings that we've had. In the River Valley, we're in the 70s still. That's not going to last much longer. By 7, we should be back in the 60s. We got a couple puffy cumulus clouds out there as well. Beautiful evening, though. Just make sure you have the light jacket later this evening. All right, so tomorrow, waking up, headed out the door. We're going to start in the 40s. Nice start. We'll head only to the upper 50s and low 60s because throughout the day, the clouds will increase because of that storm system that we have off towards the west. And later in the evening, there will be a slight chance for a shower. It's a bit higher in the River Valley, though. You can see the chance being a little bit higher, especially from 6 o'clock onward. But most of the day is going to be just fine. We'll start in the 40s. We'll head to some of those 60s later in the day. So after about 6 o'clock, we'll watch probably a cloud mass start to come in from Oklahoma, and there will be a few sprinkles associated with that. So the best chance for one of those showers would be over Kavanaugh Hill and Sugarloaf. You head south of Greenwood towards Mansfield and Waldron. We could get a couple of those showers, even Tallahena, and maybe a very stray sprinkle in Fort Smith. And really in northwest Arkansas, the chance is very, very low. And then once you get to Carroll County, I think you're good. Most of the rain should stay off towards our south. I want to show you what I'm talking about. This evening looks fine, a little bit of a north wind. But once we go into this weekend, overall, we're pretty quiet, but we're going to be watching these clouds in Oklahoma, and they'll try to come in a little bit across the state line into the afternoon. They could get a little bit thicker across the floor in Sequoia and eventually bring some of those light showers. No severe weather expected. It's not going to be heavy, just some sprinkles coming in from the Sooner State. And that could kind of happen again Sunday. We're watching this system towards our west. It's just kind of sitting there, and it's going to send us clouds and send us showers every once in a while. But Sunday morning, when we're getting a break, there could be a chance for a little bit of frost. But the good news is because of that system sitting off towards our west right now, it's going to give us extra clouds, which clouds are kind of like a blanket in the overnight hours. That will keep us a couple degrees warmer, and a couple degrees is all we need to avoid the freeze. I think most of us should be safe from the freeze. Now, you do see that purple color, maybe clipping parts of Garfield and headed into Eureka Springs there in northern Carroll County. But in northwest Arkansas, there's a good shot of a frost Sunday morning. Once you get south of the mountains, though, I think most of us will be in the 40s, so that should keep us safe from freezes or frosts. Now let's talk about next week. So the weekend's kind of quiet, a couple extra clouds, maybe a stray shower. But then next week, we've got several chances for rain, a lot of scattered showers. The good news, as we say on the cooler side, there's not a lot of severe weather coming up next week. This is one of those where we can finally use the phrase, April showers bring May flowers type of thing.
It's going to happen.
That's good. Yeah, your house? You got the flowers ready to go?
I ain't planting nothing this weekend, but it's going to be a freeze.
Yeah, it's going to be chilly.
Or frost.
Frost. Could you plant a frost?
I
don't
think so. I'm not even going to try it.
Yeah, maybe wait till next
Somebody
weekend.
might, but I ain't going to try that
Let us
just
know.
yet. So. All right, Matt, thanks. Coming up next, we're highlighting some fun places to take the family around this area. We take you to the Scott Family Amazeum.